People who have been shot, what are some things that movies don't portray correctly? Shot myself in the upper thigh with a .22 mag. It felt like someone punched me, but didn't actually hurt until I was at the ER and they started rinsing out the wound with disinfectant that stung like hell. The bullet fragmented in my leg, but it wasn't near anything serious, so the doctor trying to get all the fragments out would do more harm than good. Unfortunately, it pulled some fibers from my clothes along with it, so it ended up getting infected. I was on antibiotics for a few weeks and it cleared up. The wound didn't close up for a while and I could feel one of the larger fragments working its way to the surface. It itched like crazy. One night I couldn't sleep because of it, so I went into the bathroom to look at it. When I did, I could see a tiny glint of metal sticking out of the entry wound. I was ready to finally get some relief. The only thing I had was my multi-tool and some tweezers. So I dug around with the tweezers until I could get a grip on the fragment with my pliers. The fragment was oddly shaped, so I had to twist it around until it would squeeze through the hole. Finally it popped free, and it felt amazing. Like popping a giant zit and cracking your knuckles all at the same time. I slept much better after that, and the wound finally healed. Still have some fragments left in, but they aren't as noticeably anymore. I got shot in the palm of my hand. When Robert tried to shoot me in the face, I put my hand up. You don't just wrap a rag around it and keep using it like in the movies. It causes major nerve damage and breaks bones. It doesn't knock you back, it just hurts. That you can actually take a few more shots than in the movies. Sometimes even not notice that you have been shot. You can watch online of police camera shootout and see officers shoot several bullets into someone, and yet they are still able to move. Not me, but my dad was shot in the leg while running through a park by some psycho who wanted to test his new rifle on a moving target. He thought he was shot by a BB gun and kept running. He only realized it was a gunshot when he felt blood trickling down his leg. In my case, I was unaware I had been shot. I had assumed that it would be an immediate and intense pain based on movies. Realistically, I thought I had someone else's blood on me. Then I thought I had ripped my uniform. Then I thought, how did I get this cut that seems to be bleeding profusely? Then I finally, after a second, said OF***K, I've been shot. And it hurt like a son of a B***ch during the recovery. But I wasn't thrown on my ass. I didn't sit there clutching my wound or any of the war movie tropes. Honestly, I felt woozy, but chalked it up to adrenaline at the time. I've treated many victims with GSWs. It's either feast or famine with how much blood you see. Last victim I treated was shot with a .45 caliber and the entrance was her left axillary/armpit area, with almost no external blood loss. She went into traumatic cardiac arrest and we ceased efforts in the field. For me, it felt like getting hit with a baseball bat, then maddening numbness, like when a limb falls asleep and it's all pins and needles. No pain until later, but it sure as F***K set in, let me tell ya. My cousin shot me in the leg with a .22 LR when we were teenagers. Son of a B***ch just would not stop bleeding. It's ridiculous how much it bled for such a small wound. Bullets are really hot. No one mentions the intense burn and seem to overplay the force of the bullet. Different guns obviously do different amounts of damage, but you might stumble. If you get hit by a .22 at best, you can still function to some degree and it's a much slower death than portrayed. Getting shot in the chest cavity isn't an instant kill. Also, the recovery time and the lasting damage of bullet wounds is usually greater than what they show in movies. I haven't personally been shot, but I take care of gunshot wound GSW victims. It drives me nuts when people suture up GSWs in movies/TV. It's rare to ever close a GSW because of the infection risk. GSWs are not sterile wounds. Unless there's a major defect, you don't close GSWs. I worked with an Iraqi who was shot 7 times and survived. He got a job working for the US as a translator/intel guy. Got in a gunfight and got captured. He got shot in his legs, shoulder, stomach, and lastly but not least, top of his goddamn head. After he was captured and questioned, they used him with a gunshot to the top of his head. The bullet traveled down through the top of his mouth and blew out several back teeth. Alas, the US found him and sent to the hospital, and the guy survived. Don't know if they gave him a green card or citizenship for his service helping the US, but we worked together for a year until he got another job. I did not know you could get shot in the head like that and not only live, but retain movement, speech, etc. He walked all F*** KD up, don't get me wrong, but he was functional. You don't drop to the ground because you've been shot. You do it because you think that's what you're supposed to do because of the movies. Some people who have been shot just continued walking without even noticing until they saw the blood patch. Registered nurse here. Every time I had a gunshot victim, new wound or an old one, I ask what it feels like to get shot. The answer is always different. Sometimes like getting hit with a hammer. Sometimes like being stabbed with a hot knife. Sometimes they didn't even know it happened until later. The way the skin puckers around the bullet like a cat's anus, while the physical wound healed. The aforementioned image has led to intermittent sexual dysfunction. To be clear, I have been shot at, not shot. Movies show people taking off running right when the sound erupts. I did not experience this. I froze still, like I could not move. I tried. I think I may have crouched down and cowered. After the shot stopped, I started feeling my arms and legs to be sure I was all still there, and then I started running. Grenades. Movies portray them as being huge explosions, more like less bang. I got peppered with birdshot at a good distance, 40 yards. Stung, but didn't even break the skin. Brush pants and a few layers might help. Point is that there are a lot of variables, and even shotguns aren't the sure death they are in movies. Also, nearly every shotgunner keeps a round in the chamber, so the classic pumping the shotgun moment before it has been fired at all would in reality eject a perfectly good shot. I got shot during a weed deal 2 years ago. It was from inside a car, and it was deafening. I just remember it feeling warm. Getting shot doesn't magically make a bulletproof vest appear under my shirt. Make sure to like and subscribe for more daily content. Thanks for watching.